going on, y'all? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. And I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. I've been slow lately. I took some time off from making videos, but I'm back now. But, tell a friend to tell a friend and just send them over to the channel for some, to like and subscribe and for just, for some good old stock talk, man. I don't get it too complicated here. We just talk about stocks, building wealth, dividends, and keep it real simple. So, yeah, man, just continue trying to grow the channel, man. Eventually, want to get monetized. So, any help is appreciated. But this week, today, this video not gonna be long. I want to give an update on my Apple. I call it my assault on Apple. Our road to 100 shares. I'm gonna give you guys an update to see where we stand and how much further we have to go before we get to that elusive 100 shares of Apple. So, but first, we've had some craziness in the market lately. The last couple of weeks have been rough. Kind of bounced back a little bit this week, but let's just check in and kind of see briefly where we stand in the market and how it's been performing. So just bear with me here. You see the Dow up on Friday, 51 points. For the week, the Dow's up 2%. So slight bounce back. Year to date, the Dow is still up 4%. So even with the craziness we've had in the market for the last couple of weeks, you still see the Dow is still hanging in there. It's up 4% on the year. Not bad, not bad. The S&P on Friday was up 24 points. For the past week, up 3%, and year to date, the S&P is still up 12%. So we're a little bit off the highs, had a little pullback, healthy pullback, I believe, but we had a good week, and we're still up 12% on the S&P for the year. NASDAQ up on Friday, 85 points. For the last week, we're up 4%, 649 points, and year to date, we are still up 13%. So we're in August. S&P's up 12%, NASDAQ up 13%, Dow's up 4%. I don't think it's panic time, right? Still good, a good year so far, election year. So I expect the market to recover throughout the end of the year. We're gonna have some pullbacks here and there. Oh man, somebody's really getting it in outside. But you're gonna have some pullbacks here and there, but overall, I think the market is still in good shape. So no worries there. Investing, that's part of the game. That's how it go. Don't get too, crazy about that. Especially if you're a new investor, you just start investing, then you see the market kind of dive off like that the last couple of weeks. It kind of make you concerned, but trust me, that's just part of the game. Seen it a million times before. So. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Not gonna hold you guys on this video. We're trying to get to 100 shares of Apple, and it's been tough, man. I've had Apple in the portfolio probably since 2016, and man, trying to build up to those 100 shares, it takes a lot of work. Luckily we've had some stock splits over the times to kind of help us out, but it's tough, man. And Apple when it makes a move, when it starts to go up, man, getting more shares is more difficult. So, but let's see where we stand right now since we started our Apple challenge. So bear with me here. And as you see, we started this road to 100 shares. We started this challenge actually in December 2023, and we started. Beginning, we had 91.357 shares at the time. Since that time, we've purchased 4.253 shares. We've put $803.98 into this challenge, and we are sitting at, if you take a look here, 95.61 shares, and we are less than 5 shares away from 100. We only need 4.39 shares to reach 100. So when we started the challenge, we had 91.357 shares. We purchased 4 shares 4.253 shares since, and we still have 4.39 shares to go. So you see on Friday, that was our latest purchase. We put in $24.89, which bought us 0.117 shares to put us at a total right now of 95.61 shares. So this week, we're going to see what we can do with. I am expecting a dividend this week. As you see, the last dividend we received back in May was $23.56. Of course, it's going to get reinvested. The dividend before that was $22.37 back in February. So I'm expecting the dividend this week in August, and hopefully it should be more. I think Apple's been paying about 24 or 25 cents a share, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have it in front of me for their last couple of dividends. So if we stay consistent with that, we've added to our portfolio, our Apple portfolio. You see the purchases since the last dividend, right? We've put in $234.27 since the last dividend, which has bought us 1.147 shares since the last dividend. So if we stay around the same 24-cent, 25-cent dividend, then we're going to see slightly higher payment than the $23.56, but we'll see. It all depends on how much they're paying per share. I don't think they've announced it just yet. So I think they're announcing maybe Monday or Tuesday, and we should have a payout by the end of next week. So, but right now we're sitting at 95.61 shares. So we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there, man. Apple is not cheap. So, we have to add when we can. And so far, since we started this challenge at the beginning of December, we've put in $803.98. So I think that's pretty good so far. So, but we're going to get to 100 shares. We are definitely going to get to that 100 shares. I hope by the end of the year, but if not, it's going to be sometime next year. And why do you want to get 100 shares? Because we are going to turn that 100 shares into income by selling covered calls. It's what I'm doing now with Amazon and Google. And if I've took some bumps in the roads, learning lessons with covered calls. Definitely probably being too greedy. You see the opportunity to make a lot of money, but you have to be careful, man. You have to be careful not to be greedy with covered calls. You got to make sure you take a low delta and take what's offered. Instead of that $60, $70, $100 that you may be looking at, it's okay to do the $20, $25 or something like that, whatever the case may be, whether it's weekly expiration, bi-weekly, monthly expiration. So I've learned the hard way. I've had some good times, made some good money with cover calls, and I've gotten caught up with it. But I've learned my lesson now, and I know how to approach it. We just did a cover call for Google this past week. We picked up an extra $50, and which allowed us to make these purchases actually. So, I did $50, $44.84 went into more Apple. So, the cover calls are definitely coming through. I just want to add more cover call income. And once we get to 100 shares of Apple, that's going to help out. So we are getting there. Let me know how many shares of Apple you have, are you investing in Apple? I think Apple's a major part of my portfolio. Like I said, I've had it for a long time now. It was one of the beginning purchases I've made when I started this investing journey. Amazon, Google, Facebook, and Apple were the top 4 positions that I bought way back when. So, I'm excited to see how Apple's moving. And I'm telling you right now, when Apple does another split, maybe 3, 4, 5 years from now, that's the hard work that we put in over the years is really going to show. So I'm looking forward to another 5-1, 10-1 split in Apple. And that, man, I'm telling you, that's going to be huge. But that's probably years down the road. That's okay. I'm not expecting it anytime soon. But it just goes to show you how these shares can add up real quick. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about, man. Apple, we are on our road to 100 shares. We're going to get to 100 shares sooner or later. Be patient with me, but that's how I invest. What are you guys investing? How are you investing? Do you believe in Apple? How many shares of Apple do you have? Um, do you have do you put a certain amount into Apple weekly, bi-weekly, daily? Do you have a challenge going for that? So all those things help build up your portfolio. So I'm a big believer in Apple. I'm gonna keep investing in Apple, and we're going to get to these 100 shares real soon. And I'm gonna take you guys along with me on this journey. So, but that's all for today, man. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's help this channel continue to grow. I really appreciate you guys. I'm just getting back in the swing of things, so be patient with me. But yeah, that's my update on my Apple position, and I will talk to you guys later.